We're now but a couple of weeks away from the official launch of the first season of Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor Who. Man, it's been a minute since I've had an opportunity to talk about this. Not as the biggest Doctor Who fan, but as a concerned observer from the outside looking in, knowing how popular this brand was back during the 50th anniversary with Matt Smith at the helm, the fact that it was a global phenomenon, this niche British show, this niche British sci-fi phenomenon that had been going on for a long time, makes its way into international markets and completely and totally takes over. I had friends that were devout Whovians, were singing the show's praises, given the caveats that, yeah, it's kind of hokey, but it's actually really good, it's really well written, okay. Stories are great, the acting's fantastic, okay. It was really my cup of tea. But then, with the 60th anniversary specials kicking off, the much beloved David Tennant, the 10th Doctor, coming back, reprising the role, becoming the 14th Doctor, and oh God, what a disaster those three specials were. And then to do the handoff for the first time in, 6 years that we had an official Christmas special and it doing abysmally. And now we have official Disney backing with Doctor Who, and we can already see the writing is on the wall. This is a franchise, this is a show that has already been canceled before, and it's swiftly heading in that direction one more time. So Doctor Who filming in Cardiff, dozens of actors in suits and bowler hats flood the city centre as show stars film a big scene. Well, nothing wrong with that, and I mean, okay, cool, you're filming in Cardiff. It's very Cardiffy. I don't say so myself. A section of Cardiff city centre was swarmed with actors dressed in suits and bowler hats, and it has a mysterious scene from the upcoming series of Doctor Who was filmed. The Time Lord and his friends and enemies have been at regular sites of Cardiff in recent months. Several main cast members were on set on Saturday afternoon, including Ncuti Gatwa and co-star Millie Gibson. So, okay, cool. The last time we talked about Doctor Who specifically was about Millie Gibson being sunsetted from the franchise and being replaced with a much more diverse and older companion. So this is going to be coming out in this season. Bye. They're still shooting, huh? And we're under a month away. We're a couple of weeks out from the debut of the 15th Doctor's first official season. Oh, okay. As well as Ruth Madley, unit scientist Shirley Ann Bingham. Cool. Dozens of extras crowded the set to the edge of Central Square and Wood Street, were dressed with in-universe police vans bearing a mysterious crown insignia popped up throughout the week. Yeah, all that crap. There's Millie. There's Millie right there. Good for her. Oh, right. She's the helping hand, obviously not the helping feet for the Doctor this season. I just wonder if that has the rockets in it or not. I'm not entirely sure. But I don't know, man. We are what? Like I said, like a lot of people have said, a couple of weeks out from a brand new Doctor, brand new season, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it at all. And the only time that it is getting mentioned is with complete and total derision, because here you have the new Doctor doing the press tour for his maiden voyage, which is very likely to be the only voyage, because it's who does this resonate with, man? Who does this resonate with when you unironically think that this is the best thing that you can do in order to promote your show? That's what I'm going to put into the universe. I need the Doctor to have a big fierce dance routine that destroys a monster with twerking, or maybe some death drops, and that's what will drop the monster. Did you see the ratings? Did you see how well your Christmas special did? It opened up with you in a gay bar dancing, and, well, quite frankly, 7.4 million. Okay, you had the boost. It did the best rating in a very long time, and it was also the lowest rating for a Christmas special ever. There you have, yes, The Church on Ruby Road, 7.4 million views. 7.4 million views, up from the final David Tennant special, which was already down from the beginning, which, okay, the Christmas special was already down from the first 60th anniversary special just a month on. And then, yes, 2017, the last time that there was a Christmas special, 7.92 million viewers for that one. And then it just gets even more sad the further you go back. The dead franchise. I feel bad for the people who grew up with and love Doctor Who. You've seen it die a slow death over the past decade. I understand. But then, instead of realizing that your desires as the Doctor, your desires as an actor is not indicative of the role that you've assumed, and then just to simply, once again, it's just a sign of an enlightened mind. Instead of look internally for your own failings, just blame everybody else. Ncuti Gatwa says, while white mediocrity, the only time that you hear that phrase, unironically said by somebody, is when they are an intensely mediocre to below average talent themselves. Cite the example. Cite the example of somebody saying, oh, there's so much white mediocrity out there that gets celebrated. Like what? Like what specifically? Especially now in 2024. These statements, your desire for a dance sequence that leads to the death of a monster, would have resonated a lot better. It still wouldn't be any less more palatable. It wouldn't have been any more successful if this was said back in 2014, 2016, in the early days of this current wave of, for lack of a better term, woke propaganda. But white mediocrity. White mediocrity, I find that to be absolutely hilarious when you take a look at every big budget film, every big budget TV series, which is exactly what Disney Plus is hoping that they've got with Doctor Who going forward. Show me how many mediocre white men are in this, because that's always what they mean by this, okay? They never want to talk about the white women that are a part of this. Oh yeah, and even still, okay, even just take a look at your own cast. Even if you want to criticize white mediocrity, well, you just replace the one white mediocre actor on set. You're telling me how you celebrate that. Black people must be flawless to get half of that. Are you having a laugh? Are you seriously having a laugh? Because everybody who reads this, everybody who listens to your interview can't take you seriously with opinions like this. Or when you're dressed and looking like that, what are you doing? The actor who has faced a backlash for his role for the hit show's first black lead really has nothing to do with it. It's just you're so intensely untalented. You are, in fact, less than mediocre, especially for the role of the Doctor. He recently opened up in an interview with Attitude magazine about what he's learned over the years regarding what he deserves in life. Oh my God. Again, who do you hear parrot the idea that there's white mediocrity? Who do you hear talking about what they deserve? It's never the hero in the story. These are talking points of a villain. We're trained to be like that. If I'm not exceptional, I won't be loved. Yeah, that normally used to be what Hollywood and just film and show business in general. That was what it was predicated on, exceptional individuals. So yes, if you want to use that as that metric, if you're not exceptional, you're going to get left by the wayside, because guess what? Really not special, man. Certainly, I think that was my thing, Gatwa shared. So yeah, I think I'm just learning now, like, oh, you are allowed to be loved. You don't have to be excellent or aspire to be that term, black excellence. What the hell? And this is some other racist shit where that's just thrown over the top. Oh, we need black excellence. It's like, no, you just need to be a good actor, okay? The moment that you start to hone in on race, gender, race and sex, sorry, gender's a made-up term made by a monster. But the moment that you start to focus in on these immutable characteristics, you lost the plot. He continued, there's so much white mediocrity that gets celebrated. Where? Point to one example. No, you can't. No, it just sounds good in an interview, right? And black people. We have to be absolutely flawless to get half of that anyway, so I'm slowly training myself out of that and being like, no shit, you deserve love just for existing. No, you don't. And that has taught me to be a lot more loving as well, in a weird way. Elsewhere in the interview, the Barbie actor said he doesn't understand how someone can be so angry over something so inconsequential. This is a guy who doesn't care about anything and thinks that that's a better way to live his life. Yeah, fantastic. Regarding his casting as the Doctor, no, you're just not talented and you're not suited for the role. It has nothing to do with you being black or gay or any one of the other shields that you hold up for yourself. You're ill-suited for the role. The Doctor is supposed to portray authority. He's supposed to be able to, embody the old classic characteristics of masculinity, where you could be ending somebody's galactic life in one sense and then being in a caring embrace in the next minute. You're supposed to be able to portray a complex array of emotions. You're supposed to embody somebody who has lived thousands of years. You're supposed to have that doctor stare. You're not supposed to be working on your dance moves. This isn't about you. This is about a legacy character, one of the most cherished characters of all time. But when you stick a narcissist, when you stick an ideologue in the role, when you have it written by the same type of people, this is what you end up getting. But thankfully, you're not going to be getting it for very long, because looking at numbers like these, and especially what's going to come out after the 11th of May, won't have to deal with it for all that long. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.